Hi there, I'm Lonnie with Untitled Network, brought to you by Infinity Flux and your local Satanist. I'm here to talk about Infinity Wars, Sleepwalker number 2. This is the official UNN review on the book, and I gotta say, I'm just a little bit disappointed in this one. The Sleepwalker story in Infinity Wars is really one of the biggest things that I was looking forward to. Number one was really cool. I liked it, but it seems like now that Sleepwalker has gotten into the Infinity Stones, he's kind of traversing the Infinity Stone landscape to, I guess, try to set things right, try to save Rick. Sheridan is the guy that he's looking for, but they basically said that he has merged with somebody, and it's kind of causing problems. And he's saying that Rick is the guy. Sleepwalker lives in Rick's brain, and then when Rick sleeps or he's learned how to meditate and control it, he releases Sleepwalker, and Sleepwalker is able to go around and do his thing. The Sleepwalker really was like one of the cooler, more underappreciated characters of the early 1990s, and has kind of laid low until just recently. Had a little bit of a part in the Secret Wars series that popped up a few years back that kind of restarted the whole multiverse thing. But yeah, this actual book, I was really looking forward to it, but I honest to God, give this book like a probably about a 5 out of 10. I was not really impressed. He ends up running into a character named Dynamis, and honest to God, I have no clue who the guy's supposed to be. I don't know who he's a mixture of. Sleepwalker ends up running around with like a little monster who is a cross between Hulk and Ant-Man. And really, that's probably the best part of the book, even though I didn't really buy into it, because Little Monster ends up getting kidnapped by a group of all-female heroes named Thunderbolts, which they didn't even really try to change the name of the group. But one of the Thunderbolts is a cross between Elektra and Bullseye, which to me was probably the neatest part of the whole book. But they have a guy, he's basically the leader crossed with somebody else. I'm not real sure. You really kind of got to be an expert on a lot of these characters to know who the hell's crossed with who, because some of these I haven't been able to pick up, and they don't do a really good job of explaining. You have to kind of be, in the know. And these are a lot of lesser known characters that I'm not familiar with. I know who the leader is, but I don't know who he's supposed to be crossed with. Um, but he, basically, they get uh, Little Monster to shrink so small that he becomes microscopic and goes into this leader guy's body to fight infections. And I'll just go ahead and say that that is a load of crap. I don't buy into that. Like it's not for me. It's not a really good storytelling dynamic, and it has to at least be somewhat believable. And I'm not down with that. The ending of the story ends up being really cool. That the last couple of pages ends up being the best part of the story, but most of the book ends up being the story of Little Monster going into the dude's body as a microscopic particle and fighting an infection. Like I said, I don't buy that at all. And you also get to see Sleepwalker basically in one of the stones trying to fight a guy who I have no clue who he is. The story didn't really mean a whole lot to me. So yeah, like I said, not really my cup of tea this time around. But and I was even a big Sleepwalker fan in the early '90s. So unfortunately, I really hope the next one works out better, because this is supposed to be a major part of the Infinity War story. I'm Lonnie with Untitled Nerd Network, brought to you by Infinity Flux and your local Satanist. Thank you for watching.